Hey everyone, it's Matt aka Tech Ranger, and today we're going to talk about Skyland Cities, the Whiterun expansion to this. This is actually just another mod that you would put after the Skyland texture packs. We do have other videos on the channel talking about specific cities. I thought it would be a really good idea to show these off. So if this is something you want to add on to your existing load order, or just as a complement to some of your other graphics mods, you can. Obviously, this all works better if you're using Skyland, and as we looked at in the best graphics mod series that we have going on as well, you'll know that a lot of these things work together well with Skyland, because that is what I've been using for at least the first couple parts of that. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around. We're going to look at all of Skyland Whiterun and see the difference between the vanilla version and the Skyland Cities version. It's around 260 megs, so if that's a deal buster for you, you might not want to download it, but hopefully this video will give you a good idea of what it looks like and if it's worth the extra space in your load order. Couple things of note: in the past graphics mod video series that I did, all those mods are active in this. So the Mythical Ages, the Static Mesh Improvement mod, the Enhanced Texture Detail, all that stuff is active. So when we do have Skyland Cities off and it's just regular Whiterun, that stuff is still active and working. Just something to keep in mind as we move forward with the video. First thing I wanted to note is that there is a Cobblestone addition to this mod. If you'd like to check that out, you can add it after the Whiterun expansion. It's all that is in the description of the Skyland mods in general, so it shows you where to put it. For this video, we're going to have the cobblestones on because I really like the look, and I think it complements the overall color palette and just general look of Skyland. And we're going to sprinkle in the vanilla clips of Whiterun just so you guys can see the difference between the two and the contrast, and then we'll talk about the differences in each scene. Now here, we get to the marketplace, and you can see the kind of lack of texture detail that you don't necessarily have in the Skyland Whiterun version, because you have those nice 2K textures. Switching back over to Skyland Whiterun, you see how much sharper everything is, and the cobblestone add-on. And this is something that I love the look of, and I think you will too. As we move up to Dragon's Reach, pay attention to the stonework and the pathways that we take, and look at those textures and look how sharp they are. And then we're going to compare it with the vanilla version, which is definitely not as sharp. And it's not to say that the vanilla version of Whiterun is bad, it's just not going to be as sharp, and it does have a specific identity to the main Skyrim game, whereas Skyland is very much an alternate version of the cities and the textures in Skyrim. Now we do notice differences in the interiors as well, and with the vanilla version, obviously those textures again are not going to be as good as in the Skyland version. So that's something to think about. If you really like the vanilla version of Whiterun, then maybe you don't want to check out in Skyland, but you will benefit because it does look so much sharper.
If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second. Everything's for sale, my friend. You need visit no other
I thought that this was kind of a nice comparison, just with the lighting changes, but then also so you can see the lighting changes and the difference in texture detail. As we move to the back of Dragon's Reach, we kind of pick up on the same things that we've seen so far, the changes in the stonework, the pathways, and just some of the woodwork in Dragon's Reach, and it carries on into the bedrooms and the cellar and the main hall of the castle as well. So hopefully this was helpful for y'all to see. I did have a lot of extra footage in this video that I just didn't use, mainly because I didn't want to show you the same thing over and over again, because once you kind of notice the changes of Skyland Whiterun, as well as like with Markarth and Riften, you kind of know what to expect as you move further into the city. I know it might also be helpful to actually see this in different areas. That way you can get a pretty good idea of what everything looks like together. But that is going to do it for this video before it gets a little too long, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Comment down below if you are using this mod or planning on using this mod, or if you just like the video. You can also give it a thumbs up, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching again. Bye.